This is so freaking good. So, let's review Memories of Ice. And I'm sorry, where are my manners? Welcome to my channel. This is the Realm of Pages. I have previously reviewed my journey through Malazan, so Garners of the Moon and Deadhouse Gates. And I finished the third book about a week ago. And we're going to talk about Memories of Ice now. This is incredible. So within the first minutes, I'm going to give you the short summary review so you know what I think. And if you want to keep listening, you do that. If you don't, you can continue with your day. Because I don't like it when YouTubers... I think it's a scam when YouTubers are like, stay till the end of the video to get to know the fucking bullshit. I do not respect people that do that. I respect your time. So we have about 1 minute to finish the quick review. And then we'll get into the deeper stuff if you want to stay for that. So the quick review is the following. Memories of Ice reached my expectations and even beat them. This is an easy 11 out of 10, but I only have 10 on my scale, so it's a 10 out of 10. Easy, no doubt about it. It is much more fun to read than Deadhouse Gates. It is a perfect sequel to Garners of the Moon, but it also kind of weaves both books together in this. But it is a direct sequel to Garners of the Moon. And it is so rewarding from the get-go. It's not like a slow burn in the beginning. From the get-go, you get immensely rewarded. Immensely. It is incredibly good right from the get-go. All these powerful, majestic characters are put together in a scene. It's a war council. That's not a spoiler if you know how Garners of the Moon ends. It's like a war council that is like, shit is going to go down. And what is going to happen? Like, this could change everything. And there are so many cool scenes like that right from the get-go. There are so many cool epic scenes throughout the book. And the way the structure is made compared to the previous books especially, it's just a masterpiece. It is so beautiful. The way this book expands the world of Malazan and introduces you to characters, concepts, warrens, and gods, and just makes your experience richer and richer as you go. I have no words. This was just such an amazing ride in so many ways, and broadened my perspective of even not only what a book is, but even what Malazan could be, because this is like Garners of the Moon on steroids, for better and worse. So that was a short review. I finished the short review. If you feel happy with that, thank you for your time. Carry on with your day. I hope you have a great day. If you want to stay for a spoiler-free, more in-depth review, I'll talk some more about why I love this book so much, and maybe I'll sprinkle some spoilers in the end, just to give some examples and some points of discussion that you might want to talk about in the comments. Tell me what you think. So I really enjoyed the structure, as I told you before. It was kind of a surprise compared to the previous books, because they're very slow burny and then they reach a peak. But this one is different. It's just high stakes right from the get-go. You get some valleys where things cool down, but there is always so much momentum. So you're never at risk of being bored or thinking like, this is a bummer, which was a problem for me with Deadhouse Gates. There were so many places where there was low energy and things were moving so slow. And I loved Deadhouse Gates at the end, but there were some parts where I was like, am I even going to continue with this series? It was that bad for me. Loved the book after I finished it, but this one did not have problems like that. Totally love it. Love all of the perspectives. I would say, without spoiling anything, the big perspectives here are the big armies coming together, the Malazan and Anomander Rake and Caladan Brood. That's one of the big perspectives. Another one is Kapustan. So in Kapustan, it's the big main city. You have priest, you have a prince, and you also have the Grey Swords, which are mercenaries that serve the boar god Fenrir. Love them. You have, what do you call it? Not to spoil anything, but you have a perspective of a party of characters that are coming to join from the southwest. I'll just put it like that. Love it. There's a female character there. She's so adorable. I love it. Oh, so good. What more? What perspectives have I missed? yeah, those are like the big ones, and then the final big ones. I'll put it into four categories. The final big one is a caravan guard captain named Gruntle. So they basically have like a caravan guard business where they, guard caravans, and his gang and how things play out for him. Love all these four perspectives. Not going to spoil anything more, but just so good. That was a plus. Love the structure, love the different perspectives. I'm going to give you some minuses because this is a 5-star, 10 out of 10 book for me. So I got to give you some minuses. Some minuses for me were some stuff in the plot that I wish was made more clear in this book. Now, I know Malazan you're on a need to know basis in Malazan. You're not going to understand everything. You're not going to know everything barely, but you get to know enough to be motivated and interested. And what you know and what you don't know, they're actually both important factors for making you hooked and interested and wanting more. So I respect that, but there were two things in the story that, looking back at it now, I really don't enjoy the fact that they were not properly explained. One of them is like the bad guy's army is basically like a super powerful, evil, what do I say, fanatic religious leader that has a cannibal army. Now I'm simplifying this to an extreme level, but I don't think it was explained enough to make it believable how people would convert to this kind of army or religion or nation. It was too unclear, and it was hard to understand, and it was way too simplified for me. So I wanted to have a little bit more there. The second part is, I'm going to try not to spoil this, but it is for the final battle. There is a tactical decision, I might say, that seems to me incredibly stupid, and I don't understand how it came to be like that. I loved every chapter of this book. I loved every scene of this book, okay? But those two were like, what the fuck? But there are so many other things. There are like 2 things out of 1,000 things, and 998 of these things are amazing and 10 out of 10. So yeah, these 2 things were like, but I have to give some minus because I love this so much. More pluses that I'm going to give this book. I am at nature a very like unga bunga fantasy, swords, dragons, magic, roar kind of person. And I was very much surprised at certain perspectives and characters that I really felt strongly for. And I was not expecting that because of who I am and what I like. And I was really shocked by how moved I was by it. One of them is the Maib. I'm not going to say more. I know that character is not popular, but I was just shocked by how much it moved me. And, if you have seen similar things happen to people, I'm not saying the same thing, but if you had similar things happen to people, I think you can really resonate with that. So the Maib was one, and I would say the second one was Talk, and I won't say anything more. But I was surprised by how much I just felt for these characters, and yeah, it really caught me off guard, and that's a huge plus because I like the Unga Bunga, I like the flashy dragon warrior stuff, and this just caught me off guard, and it's just fantastic how this series can expand my view of fantasy. So yeah, some pluses, some minuses. I barely touched upon this book, but I just want to give you the general impressions of having read this, because I know a lot of people do like review shopping where you just listen to reviews because you just want to be assured that it's worth your time, because I do that. And trust me, this is so worth your time. At the end of this book, in contrast to Guardians of the Moon, where I felt like I didn't get closure, I wanted more. Why are we leaving this world? What the fuck, bro? I don't want to leave this world. At the end of this book, I felt like this is a complete trilogy, and I feel like I can move on from all of these characters. Even if I love them, I can move on from all of these stories and just read something else in a very healthy way, where I felt like I got closure. There are so many unexplained questions and stuff that's unresolved, but so much was resolved, and so much was so beautiful that I felt like, if these three first books are just a trilogy in and of their own, I would be super happy and pleased, because it really felt like that. It's so satisfying. I've never experienced something like this with books. So that's basically my conclusion. It was a really beautiful conclusion, and that's the end of the spoiler-free review. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you did, please give me a subscribe, a like, and tell me what you think about Memories of Ice by Steven Erikson. I cannot believe something like this exists, and I didn't explore it until I was in my 30s.